Hey guys, this is Susie. Welcome back to my garden, my lovely ducklings. I want to ask you a question, or a couple questions. Why do you love me? Why are you addicted to me? Why is what I'm sharing with you changing your life in the most amazing ways? Today I want to talk about specific persons, but before I do, I am offering on my Facebook page and as well as here on my YouTube, I am going to give 3 coachings for the holiday season. And yes, I'm one of those crazy people who already has her Christmas tree up, and it is November 2nd. So the contest is going to be 3 lucky people get a coaching with me to help them to get their specific person. In order to do that, you need to comment on my YouTube. The rules are pretty simple. You cannot say, please pick me. Pick me. Pick me because you picked me. I want to know exactly what your desire is with your specific person and why you think you would benefit from a coaching from me. So if you put it in a simple terms, Susie, I want this with my specific person, and this is why I feel I would benefit from a coaching from you. That tells me that you're really serious about what you want. And in helping you to get your specific person, I will give you a blueprint. There's actually 3 steps, which is why we're picking 3 people. The first step is to know what your desire is. And your desire is to be in a loving relationship. Your desire is to be happily married, happily unmarried. What specifically do you want with your specific person? How do you want that relationship to be? We all say we want to be happily in a relationship with them, but none of us really specifically say what that desire is. And the true desire means that your relationship with them is a side effect. So knowing that true desire, is it the title? Do you want to be Mrs. So-and-so? Do you want to scream it from the top of the Eiffel Tower? Do you want to change your Facebook status? The desire tells you that this is a done deal. Saying I want to be happily married means I have this desire that I'm doing. Does my license plate read Mrs.? Does my mail say Mrs.? What exactly means I am happily married to the love of my life? For some people, it's simply just the piece of paper. For others, it is specific desire. I'm texting my best friend. I'm texting my mom. I'm posting it on Facebook. I'm screaming it from the top of the Eiffel Tower. For others, it might be going to bed every night with your head on their chest. But until you know that specific desire, you're not going to be able to do the next step. And that next step is changing your story. So step 1 is knowing the specific desire. Step 2 is changing the story. We always have a story to tell. And stories are wonderful. Hollywood makes them glorified. You read a book, you watch a TV show, and they're talking about how their relationship was really amazing and beautiful, and then bam, the rug got ripped out from underneath them. They're now a swan drowning in water. And then they get back together, and they live happily ever after. Cinderella's story was simple. She went to this amazing ball. The fairy godmother said, when the clock strikes midnight, you're going to go back to the rags. So you have to make sure you're out. She goes to the ball, she dances, she meets the prince, she falls in love, and the clock strikes midnight. And she's running, and she drops the glass slipper. In her story, they then scour the kingdom to find the woman who fits into that glass slipper. The stepmother broke the glass slipper. Cinderella had the twin upstairs. She assumed that the footman was going to accept that second glass slipper. Most of us would think, well, how does she know that that was the exact twin? How does the footman know that this slipper was the exact same size as that slipper? After all, you had a right foot, now you have a left foot. Most of us are focusing on they don't match. Something's going wrong. Well, just because I have this, you're not appreciating the precious gift. If they text you hello, it's a start and it's a gift. If they say sup, we all are like, seriously, you couldn't text us a real word? I think it's amazing because you text me. You took the time, even though it was 2 seconds to write S-U-P, you took the time to text me. So my story is they're showing me attention. They're showing me love. That means they love me. My story is focused 100% on what makes me happy. I got a text. Am I happy? Absolutely. Now I get a phone call. And they ask me about my coaching. They ask me about the weather. They ask me how to make my lasagna recipe. They ask me, what time is it? Again, I'm focusing on, hell, they called me. Oh my God, they called me. Yes, they called me. You guys are like, it was impersonal. You got a message, guys, and you're not appreciating it. You got a phone call, and you're not appreciating it. You need to change your story. If you went out and you had dinner with them, they didn't kiss you. Well, that means they don't love you. No, you had dinner with them. I know some people who won't kiss on the first date. And just because you got back together, you're telling a story, well, he didn't kiss me. He wasn't affectionate. He didn't show me that I was his world. Those are the things you guys tell me on a daily basis. And if you're telling me, how many other people are you telling? You're writing it on Facebook. You're posting it for the whole world to see. What exactly does that mean if I am posting on Facebook, he texted me, but it was There was no desire in it. There was no, I miss you, I love you, I want to be with you. It was all about, I don't want I want the most amazing relationship in the world. So I have to create that story. So I have my desire. I know what I don't want. So now how do I create what I do want? I create what I do want simply by focusing on the things that make me happy. 100% happy. What makes me happy? Well, it makes me happy that he communicates with me. It makes me happy that I get text messages and phone calls and video chats because I like to see your faces. Everybody knows when I talk to you, I want a video chat. I want to see your face. I want to see when something clicks. I want to see when the light bulb moment goes off. I want to see when you fully grasp and understand what I'm teaching you. I want to make sure that you know that this new story we're creating is locked and loaded. So if I'm creating a new story with my specific person, what do I want? That's where I make you guys do the homework. And the only homework I give you, what makes me happy in this relationship? Well, I know my desire, and my desire is to be his wife and to be able to fall asleep in his arms every night as his wife. Yes, I'm shallow. I want the fucking piece of paper. I want that piece of paper that says I'm his wife. It's okay because I'm admitting it. I'm being raw. I'm being 100% real. That will make me happy to hold this little piece of paper that says I'm his wife. So now to be that wife, what do I have to do? I have to be happy in that relationship. So he's honest. He's trustworthy. He makes me laugh. He is respectable. He shares the household chores. He takes care of my car. He goes grocery shopping with or without me, but he never makes me go by myself. Never, never. Susie never likes shopping by herself. She wanders around and goes, what should I get? Now, you can video chat me or phone call me, and I'm in the grocery store, and I would be just as happy as if you were physically there. Because you're taking the time to be there, even if you're not physically there. What else makes me happy? Oh, we all know, take care of my car. Please take care of my car. I don't like changing the oil. I don't like checking the oil or the tire pressure. That's just like not in my realm of things that I want to do. My phone's messing up. Fix it. Let's see, what else could make me happy? Making chocolate chip cookies at 2 o'clock in the morning, dancing naked in the kitchen. That would make me happy. Then we can go on to the romance. What ensues that I have romance? Romance means that I have candlelight, romantic dinners. Yes, the Italian dinner, you know, the candle, the white checkered tablecloth, the wine glasses, the spaghetti dinner with the meatball on top and the music playing in the background. I want that. I want flowers. I want chocolates. I want little gifts. I want you to understand that it's very romantic for me this time of year, so putting my Christmas tree up early is okay. I want to watch football games and have picnics at my coffee table. I want to go to the creek and I want to have a picnic. I want to go to the ocean and I want to have a bigger picnic. I want to have walks in the rain and the snow. I mean, those little flakes, the bigger ones are even better. And we're walking hand in hand, just enjoying the snowstorm. Those to me are romantic. Poems, letters, emails telling me how amazing I am and how much you love me. Those things are the bomb. Who would not want their guy to write them a romantic poem? Who wouldn't want their guy to send them a love email? Better yet, how about one in the mail? They actually took the time to write out a letter and put it in the mail, and you open up the mailbox and you pick up this letter and you read it. How romantic would that be? In my world, amazingly romantic. And then we're going to talk about your sex life. What makes you happy? Do you want sex every day? Do you want sex multiple times a day? Do you want it a couple times a week? Do you want it a couple times a month? Do you not want to have sex? What defines your idea of the perfect sex life? So if I'm sitting there talking to my best friend and I'm having dinner, I am happy, I have a romantic, and a perfect sex life. Those define the happiness in the relationship. And you only have to figure it out. You don't have to go read it. You don't have to look at it ever again. Because once you figure out what makes you happy in that relationship, when you walk around and do step 3, we now have the true desire as to why we want to be happily married. We have the reason we're happily married. We have the reason we're in a romantic relationship. And we can say, this is why I have an amazing sex life. So I have the title. I get to change my name because my scene is literally coming out of the DMV with my driver's license picture. Do I think about it every day? Heck no. Do I think about it every night when I go to bed? Do I think about it 3 times a day? I don't do it 3 times a day. I don't do it 100 times a day. I do it when I'm explaining it to you on a video. That's it. But it's the exact same thing all the time. I keep it extremely simple and basic. I define what makes me happy. So now I have that, I can create the story. I'm spoiled. I have an amazing relationship. My husband loves me. When he looks at me, the entire universe knows he's head over heels in love with me. When he talks to me, his voice softens. And everybody can hear the love pouring out of him. He has to, how would you say, gentle himself. He's tall, I'm short. So he has to gentle himself. And you see that in his face. You hear it in his voice. You can honestly know because we stop traffic. People will stop and stare at a couple that are head over heels in love. And I get to be that couple because I'm creating it. I'm not being selfish. I'm being loving. I'm being happy. And because I'm happy in that relationship, he's automatically happy. I'm still letting him go do the things that he wants to do, hang out with the guys. The man cave, hello, I'm going to be in there if Alabama's playing football. But that's okay. There's other times that I'm going to be closing the door to my studio and say, I just want to paint. Leave me alone. I'm stressed out. I need some quality time with just me. There's going to be times I want to go out with my girlfriends. Do I want to drag him along? Heck no. Is he going to go get his nails done with me? Not really sure. I'm not sure he's going to want to do that because, I don't know very many guys who really want to sit in a nail salon with a bunch of women and smell that stuff. They're all going to go, ew, that stinks. I don't care. My nails look pretty. That's all that matters to me. So once I get the desire and I've created my new story, I have an amazing relationship. I'm spoiled. I'm loved. The entire universe knows I'm spoiled and loved and happy in this relationship. Because that's all I'm talking about is how lucky I am to be married to this amazing person. Step 3. We're always doing this naturally every single day. We're asking questions. And the questions we're asking need to be better questions. I'm not going to go over the questions you shouldn't ask because you're already asking them, and if you are not asking what I tell you you should be asking now, we don't need to talk about it. We need to change it. Why am I in an amazing relationship? Why am I so happy in this relationship? Why is everything in this relationship working out for me? Isn't it wonderful my husband spoils me? Isn't it wonderful everything is just amazing? And I can answer that. My husband loves me, that's why he spoils me. My husband loves me, that's why I'm in a happy relationship. My husband does amazing things for me, that's why I'm loved. I'm taking a statement with a question and reinforcing what I want. I'm always asking why though. And I only ask why questions because why questions don't mess in the middle. It means it's a done deal, and now the minions are showing me that done deal. So if the minions are showing me that I'm in a loving relationship, if the minions are complimenting me and saying, I want a relationship like you, why does your husband look at you like that? What's your secret? My secret is simple. I speak it, I think it, and I created it. I didn't get the desire to be happily married to this person. I don't know where this thought came in. I saw this person. I fell head over heels in love with him. Bam, it was done. All I wanted to do was spend the rest of my life with him. I couldn't think about anybody else but him. I wake up in the morning and I think of him. I go to bed at night and I think of him. This came from the unknown. And some people say it's because they're God and they created it. Well, what gave you that thought? I have no clue. It's the unknown. It's the I am. The I am planted that thought in my head to see this man and fall head over heels in love. What I did next either reinforced the relationship or screwed it up. And a lot of times, we screw it up. It's the Hollywood movie again. I have this amazing thing, and I'm thinking it's too good to be true. I'm thinking, why isn't it working out for me? I'm not focusing forward on why everything is working for me. I'm focusing behind me, and I didn't finish the painting. I'm focusing because I didn't do what was right. I didn't finish creating what I truly wanted. So I have this beautiful moon, an amazing purple background. What comes next? That's where you guys are at. You're not filling in the rest of that background and bringing it forward. So if I'm painting this picture, I have my background, I have my moon and my sky and my water line. What do I fill in next? Am I going to create an island? Am I going to create a city? Am I going to create mountains? I have to create that story, because if I don't, it's an unfinished painting. And that's what we're doing with our people. That's what we're doing in our relationship with the love of our life. We created this, I want, and then we never finished saying what it was. And as a result, we're all sitting here trying to figure out how to get back together with them. But we're not talking about how amazing they are or how beautiful it was. We're talking about we have to change a problem. We're talking about we need an apology. We're talking about they disrespected me. We're talking about the stuff that doesn't matter. Because if we bring that forward into this new relationship that we're creating, it's not going to stay happily ever after. It's going to be another broken glass slipper. And then we're going to have to go create another ball with another godmother and another set of glass slippers so we can start all over again. So go back to your 3. What do you truly desire? What are you doing that says that I have this? What story are you creating? And what questions are you asking? We complicate everything in our lives so much. The opening of a video. How do I get the door open when I have my hands full and I'm bringing up groceries because I have a fractured wrist? And my groceries are in my good hand and I can't open the door with my bad hand. We're focusing on the bad hand and it's not working for us. And because we're focusing on that, we keep that spiral going. We're on that hamster wheel that never ends. And when we step off the hamster wheel, we turn around and we think we're focusing forward, but in reality, we're just being like, well, what do I need to change? What do I need to change? What do I need to change? Let's step off that wheel and ask one question. What do I truly desire that says that this is a done deal? What am I doing that tells the whole world that I'm happy in this relationship? What is the first thing I'm going to do when I'm in this blissfully happy relationship? And then create that story that says I'm blissfully happy. Life is amazing. It's wonderful. And only talk about how amazing and wonderful that relationship is. Because if you even so much as bring up the fact that something you didn't like happened, you're recreating it. So in order to create your dream, you have to specifically talk about how amazing and wonderful your relationship is. Don't go tell your best friend he does this. Don't tell your mom he does that. Don't tell your dad she's doing this. Don't go to the bar with the guys and watch the football game and say, she's not giving me sex. I have to beg for it. Because that's what you created to cause the breakup. I'm the luckiest person in the world because I am now with them. I'm the luckiest person in the world because they gave me the gift of their time, attention, and that equals their love. I'm the luckiest person in the world because I'm happily married to this person. So when I literally say, why am I happily married to Jared? It's because I have defined my wants, my needs. I have simplified my story. And I'm only asking questions that bring about my desire. And because I'm only asking questions that bring about my desire, I'm not doubting. I'm not wondering when it's going to happen. I'm not wondering if it's going to happen. But if I want it to happen now, I have to remember anything that I said 5 minutes ago doesn't exist. You have no clue what I'm going to say 5 minutes from now. We only have the now. So it's not present tense, it's not past tense, it's not future tense. It is saying it in the now. I am now happily married. Why am I now happily married to Jared? Jared loves me. That's why I'm now happily married to Jared. It's all focusing on this moment in time because there's no other moment that exists. And if I want something and I obsess about it, if I didn't finish the painting, I can't create the picture. If I am obsessing and the painting is done, then all I have to do is literally walk around and say, that's why I'm happily married. Isn't it wonderful I'm happily married? Thank you, I'm happily married. And that's the results I get because my focus is 100% on it's done. It was already done when it was created in my mind. My thoughts and my words did not line up with my creation, so I didn't get it. But when I lined up my creation that was gifted to me, and I took my thoughts and my words and I put them in line, it happened easily, effortlessly, and right now. And the more I focused on that, it happened right now, easily and effortlessly, and I am happy. I'm loading your desire with making you blissfully happy. I am literally living my dream life. In 10 words or less, I started living my dream life because I kept asking, why is Susie happily living her dream life? It's not a third person I'm creating, but it would be you coming up to me going, Susie, why are you happily living your dream life? Susie, why is everything always working out for you? Susie, why are you happy? Those are questions my friends ask me. Those are questions people ask me. Those are questions I ask you. So you're my duckling. And as the mama swan, I'm going, why are you happily married to so-and-so? Minion, why are you happily married to so-and-so? Baby, why are you happily married to so-and-so? Honey, I am so happy that you are in this amazing marriage. What's your secret? And you get answers from the minions, the universe, the I am, God, whatever you want to call it, because you are constantly stating, now I am happily married. The Swan Queen here teaches you guys how to live your dreams in 10 words or less. And we all have to complicate it instead of simplifying it. The blonde joke applies here. Somebody knocks on the door. You open the door. And you're flabbergasted because they're standing outside. It's really that simple, guys. Stop adding all these extra steps and complicating it. Just start walking around and asking, why are you happy in this relationship? What makes you happy in this relationship? Why am I happily living my dream life? Because if I'm living my dreams and I'm with my dream guy, trust me, I'm blissfully happy. And I'm not talking about the fact that I have a problem. I'm not talking about the fact that the sun and the moon are not lining up in the right factors. I'm not going to tarot card readings. I'm not bouncing from psychic to psychic. I'm not going from coach to coach. I am simply stating in the now, I have the most amazing life. I'm spoiled, and this is why. That's why I'm happily married. That's why I have an amazing relationship. That's why I'm loved. That's why I'm spoiled. Because everything they do reinforces it. Every text message is a gift. Every phone call is a gift. Every minute I get to spend with them is a gift. If they ignore me, it doesn't mean they don't love me. They're busy. If they message me and say, hey babe, I was busy, sorry I didn't respond, because I sent them another message 6 hours later that had nothing to do with the first message. I didn't ask for an apology, but because I have an amazing relationship, they're like, I'm sorry I was busy and I thought it was too late to respond. It's never too late to respond. But if you don't appreciate the little things, you're not smelling the roses, you're pricking your fingers on the thorns. I reach into a rose bush and I get a rose. Every time. I don't prick my fingers because I'm living my dreams. And if I'm living my dreams, I know that there's thorns, but I'm ignoring them. How many times do you get roses delivered and you pick it up and you stab yourself with a thorn? Do you know florists can strip the thorns? So when the roses show up, you have this beautiful flower and there's no thorns. That's how I see life. If you argue with me, I'm probably going to forget what we argued about in 10 minutes. In 15, I'm going to bring you something to drink. And you're going to be like, we're fighting. About what? We had a fight? What did we fight about? I have no clue. To forgive is to truly forget. To revise is to truly forget. To focus forward means I'm only talking, thinking, eating, sleeping, breathing, pooping 86,400 seconds a day. Why it's working out for me. And when I simplify it and focus only forward, that's exactly what I get. I get the most amazing relationships. And they are exactly what I want them to be because I am happy. I am so happy in this relationship, I'm bragging about it. So tell me what you're bragging about in the relationship, and I can tell you why you have it or you don't. I can tell you why it's good, it's or it's bad. I've been there. I created a nightmare. I will never do that again because I've learned that I complicated things, that I overanalyzed, overthought, the same way you're doing now. And that's why you're going from one YouTube video to another, to another Facebook group, to another Facebook group, trying to figure out how to fix it. So let's simplify it. Let's take those 3 steps and create your dreams. I love you guys, and I want to see you succeed, because for every happy person on the planet, we start making this world heaven on earth. The kingdom of heaven is within us, and the more we create it within us,